This one system will truly change your online business and your life. Hi, my name's Jen, and if you are looking for a freedom lifestyle business, then stick around, because in this video I'm going to go through the step-by-step process on how you can implement that one lead magnet that gives you the leads and then converts into sales, and you actually know your numbers to the points where you know exactly what to work on every step of the way. And then once you get that ticking over, you can then scale by using your paid advertising means such as Facebook, Instagram, or also YouTube, whatever your preference is. So stick around, and more to come after this. This one system will truly change your online business and your life. So what do I call this? It's called the Freedom System. So actually this is going to be part of a 7-day challenge that I launch every first of the month. If you want to join the next one, the link is in this description box below. But basically, before we go ahead, I just want to make sure where you're at. If you are interested in making change in your life, then this workshop will be for you. If you are knowing, and I'll go through all these, each and every one individually, if you know that this is now the right time for you to make change in your life, then this workshop is for you as well. You're a coach and you're not quite getting the results in your online business for whatever reason. It could be the lack of leads, it could be that you can't convert the sales, or it could be that you're not too keen on selling a very high ticket price program and having that really sometimes awkward conversation with someone who's got really extreme pain points. It could be that you're an offline business owner and you want to maybe move your offline services to online. I know that was my experience moving my 4 offline businesses, spin studios, from offline to online, and using all my skills and expertise from that to then create freedom in my life. It could be anything. You could also be a personal trainer, a freelancer, an expert in your field, whatever it might be. At the end of the day, at the time of recording, this is 2019 and everyone lives online, whether we like it or not. And I think if you just can't beat them, let's join them. And how is it that those 6-figure online entrepreneurs are doing it? Now, I have been a 6-figure entrepreneur, but in the offline setting, and actually I'm now recording my journey from going offline to online. So with all the time investment and obviously money investment in the programs that I've actually invested into over the last months and years, this is now me giving back and paying back to you guys as a coach who wants to help people depending on what industry you're at. That's why I want to help you guys, because you've got usually a burning passion or a strong message inside you that you want to give out and help those in your area. So this is how the top earners in the online world are doing it. But before then, this is what we're going to go into, just a brief overview of what you can actually expect in the 7-day Freedom Lifestyle Business Challenge that I hold on the 1st of each month. So I get you on day number 1 is to work out your freedom number. Now, what is that? Basically, your freedom number is you working out how long it would take you to create that freedom, to create that flexibility in your life. So it could be that you want to replace your income. It could be that you want to increase your revenue and add an additional stream of revenue to your already existing offline business. But I think it's a very good thing to have that vision, that sort of like countdown in sight, so then it gives you more confidence, you know, when you get those really shitty days and nothing is going right in your online business, but you know roughly it's going to take you X amount of months to get to where you want to get to, whether that's financially free, time free, whatever a freedom lifestyle means to you. Day number 2 is all about defining your high demand service. Now, there are tools and techniques that I go through on day number 2 to help you identify that demand in a certain market that you want to get into by using particular websites. But it's all about going through that research. You have to go through a research process, and if you skip that part, as glamorous as it might sound, you're not going to get too far, or it's going to just take you longer. So the best thing to do is really model those that you aspire to in your industry that you want to go into. Day number 3 is all about nailing down your niche, and a lot of coaches, when they first start out online, is that they have this tendency to be a bit generic, be quite broad, and actually appeal to everyone, and they end up not actually appealing to anyone. So it's all about really, really niching down and really have a picture, a vision in your head as to who that person that you want to serve actually looks like. And again, we go into detail on day number 3 with that. So then every time you actually create your content, you are actually writing or creating a video or blogging to that person in your head. Day number 4 is building your brand, message and positioning. So building your brand when it comes to online is that you have to really sort of like take a step back and work out who you are as a person, and as deep as that might sound. But basically it's all about understanding that you are the brand. So you have to be confident and comfortable that you're not which it can be quite easily done, stepping into a persona of someone or something else that you think that the market might want you to be and perceive you to be. However, no, at the end of the day, it's all about being yourself, and you're going to have people that are going to like you, you're going to have people that are not going to like you at all. But it's good to have that sort of Marmite effect, either love or hate, because on the love side, imagine the raving fans that you're going to get. I'm not saying be offensive, but there are going to be, unfortunately, it is a downside of being in the offline, in the online world. You're going to get a few haters here and there. What can you do? There's no barrier to entry when it goes to, when you venture into the online world, but just let them get on with it. They also haven't got too much purpose in their life to be doing that anyway. Day number 5 is all about mapping out your program. So if you have absolutely no clue as to what to offer as a program online, this day actually helps you break down and categorise into very sort of manageable and consumable way for your potential client to understand what you're actually offering and how they're going to get their perceived results by investing into your program. Day number 6 is creating content and relationship building. A bit of a love-hate association I have with creating content, and it depends if you've been coached already. There's a lot of coaches out there, and that's absolutely fine to be creating content every day, whether it's Instagram, Facebook or both, or creating a YouTube channel and and you end up being a bit of a content machine. And don't get me wrong, I've been there before and I still am a content machine because I love creating content for my clients because I'm passionate, I found my purpose. However, if you're just starting off and you can't really measure or engage as to what content you're creating is actually working for you, more to come on this, but don't get too stuck on you have to be creating content on a daily basis. It's all about implementing the freedom system first, and then the content creation will come after. But in a nutshell, it's always good. I'm not saying don't create content, because it's obviously very good for relationship building. And it's all about stacking up all this content. If you see it as equity in a bank, and once you've built up so much equity, you can then withdraw, and then you can offer, i.e. ask for the sale in return, because you've actually built up so much content for your market. That's the analogy I like to use. And day number 7 is the freedom system, and this is where we actually implement the freedom system. And this is what the video today is about. It's all about, well, describing, talking to you about what is the freedom system. It's basically the break-even back-end model. Some of you might have heard of this concept, some of you may not have heard of this concept, but let's explain what it isn't. So what it isn't is it's not creating content on a daily basis and not knowing if your content is working. It's not the traditional approach of trying to build an audience through content. It's not trying to be an Instagram star or a YouTube star and have loads of subscribers. It's not about being like really renowned for your service and having many, many years experience. This freedom system is for those who have you can obviously have some sort of following if you want to. I'm not excluding those who do have a great following and audience, but if you are starting from scratch and you have no audience, you have no followers, you don't have a big YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube channel at all, you don't have many fans on Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media platforms that you hang around at, it's all about basically building one system which is your overall lead magnet to then create that relationship, and so that audience can start trusting you in a lengthy sales process. And as you can measure each and every step along the way, measurable results, going to be using our calculator in this training, then you can actually work out, well, what you can improve on at any one time. And it's all about working out your CPA, which is your cost per acquisition, more on that later. And it's all about concentrating not so much on high-end priced programs. I'm not saying don't do that. If you want to do that, you can. However, if you want to start off low, there's also that opportunity, because if you think of the long-term customer value that you can actually build over time, that's actually how you can make your money up, and it ends up being reliable and consistent each and every month that you build. And you can do and build the Freedom system organically, or with a small test budget, or you can do it with a healthy budget as well. And I'm going to show you exactly from now. Let's just check that the recording is on. Yes. Okay, so let me write on the bottom bit here. So I have got notes because I want to make sure that I've got everything noted down and I don't want to miss anything. So organic. That pen's not too great, is it? Organic. O for organic. If I put S, oops, sorry. That means small test budget, and the small test budget is £100. And this one is a healthy budget spend, so I'll put HB for healthy budget. And let's say you have £1,000. Now, it's not a criticism if you don't have £1,000. I didn't start with £1,000. People like to invest in shortcuts. As you can imagine, an organic, which is obviously free advertising, will just take you longer. So if you've got time to invest, absolutely fine. But if you want to go, if you like to invest in shortcuts, which I always like to encourage, then £1,000 would be a budget that you can start with. And I want to show you what you can do with £100 as well. It all actually applies the same, in the same way. Let's just find another pen. Okay, so organic. Let's just say organic, as a strategy that you can try, is audience hijacking. Now, what do I mean by that? It's all about you, once you've done all this research here, finding those experts in your field and pitching to them your offer, which we're going to talk to you about in a second. And then you can actually piggyback on their audience. So it's all about trying to match someone in your field. You both share a similar audience who might like your, your potential offering, and you can have or try and match up a win-win-win situation between yourself and also that other expert in the field. So by piggybacking, by hijacking, as it were, their audience. So it could be that you are offering a vegan, training program for marathon runners. As an example, again, that is very, very niche, which is, what we're going for. As long as you've done your research here, which I go through in more detail, as mentioned in the 7-day Freedom Lifestyle Challenge for coaches. But you can then find experts in that field that actually have a huge following that you can actually use and leverage off, and you can work it out from there. It doesn't have to be online either. Many great partnerships are offline and they're very powerful. So that's just an idea of how you can grow organically an audience, a set of followers. Now, let's just go here. I'm going to kneel down here actually, because it's probably a little bit easier, because I don't want to rub off that in case you're still making notes. So the system is, essentially, let's just rub this off, we are looking for £1 per click in an advert. whatever your choice of platform is, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or you can do it organically via that strategy, hijacking someone else's audience. Okay, and what you need to then do is direct them to a landing page, or you can use Messenger bot. I actually coach both. And let's say you're looking for a conversion rate of 50%. And let's just work on the budget of £100 here. So we're starting off with a small test budget. So £100, you're getting people to land to your offer, and you want to convert at 50%, and that can be a lot higher if you're using Messenger bot. So essentially you're getting 50 emails at £2 an email. At £2 an email, and then you then go into the sales process. Now, if you haven't got an audience, this is what I'm trying to talk to you about here today, is that the sales process will be at least between 7 and 30 days. Now, my sales process is actually the 7 days Freedom Lifestyle Challenge. So I would actually get people from day one, and by the end of the 7 days, they would actually get to know me really, really well. And then by the end of the 7 days, they would actually have a decision whether they want to invest in my programs and in me to help them with their online business to create their freedom lifestyle. So that is an example of a sales process here. So SP, sales process. And it could be another range, other ranges of sale processes. It could be webinars, it could be training videos, it could be all done on email. But basically, I coach, the different types in my program, but it's just all about working out a sales process that's working in your industry. So again, it's all about following what the experts that you aspire to, that you want to model from in your industry, are doing, and actually what's working for them. And again, you would only know if it's working if you test out their sales page. So again, that's more so in day number 2 that I talked to you about. And then from here, the sales process, this is where you can either splinter off and offer an application process. So then you would get people onto a sales call, essentially, and that's where a lot of people would suggest that you would offer them a high ticket type service and program for like £2,000 plus. But if you're not keen on that idea, and I'm not saying don't, because I've been coached to do that and I've tried that many times as well in my online journey, you don't have to, because this process, the freedom system, is all about offering something that many people can afford. And then it's just concentrating on the lifetime value of the clients, instead of getting that first hit, that first financial injection from your client if it's a 12-week program at £2,000. So let's just say it's you want to offer a program, and that's at £97. Now, the industry average for health and fitness PTs is about £125, but just for this sake, as an example, £97 you can sell someone into, and then you can have like an onward monthly subscription of, let's say, £47. And then you would just times that of an average of 6 months as your average lifetime amount of months for your clients. So many people would be able to say yes to £97, and most people would be able to afford, if they see the value in your offering, £47 per month for 6 months. So how can you actually offer this as an online coaching program? You can offer, just for the £97 here, this could be like a 4-week intensive. You can record a series of videos on how to get to their perceived results. If it's weight loss, how to lose X amount of weight in so much time, how to maybe pick up weights if you're a weightlifter, how to train to become a marathon runner whilst, enjoying a vegan diet. It could be how to alleviate someone's back and neck pain if you're a physiologist in a certain amount of time. You catch my drift. This will be like your core, but then to coach them through, should they wish to continue, you would then offer that monthly subscription. And then over time, this is where you would actually receive a high price for your service online. And then you haven't got that massive, I'm going to have to, get X amount of people on the phone to get 4 yeses a month. If it's at £2,000 per 12-week programme, to then receive £8,000 a month. Because I've done that before, and it's not sometimes as pleasant on the phone, especially people going through a lot of pain. And again, I'm not saying don't charge high-end type prices for your programme, not at all. Your programme is worth what you perceive it to be of value to you and also to the market. So it is a learning process. You need to be able to go from selling a low end to a high end. There's a big jump in your mindset to get you from like low end to high end. However, this is a very good way just to start yourself off by offering a pre-launch rate for a manageable rate for most people, to then get them into your pool of testers, to then get the most value out of them for their feedback, for their testimonials, to really better yourself. And each and every sales process that you go through, you can then start charging more and more for your program. And that's essentially how you build your online business into 6 figures. So let me just go through some more figures. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're making notes, if it's making a bit more sense. Let's just say we're working on £1,000 worth of budget, okay? So £1,000 would get you, and then obviously working at £1 per click. So depending on where you want to use your advertising, which platform, like Facebook, Instagram or YouTube. And then you're looking for a 50% conversion on that landing page. If you put receive conversion on a landing page, or you could use a bot, which I'm a very big fan for, because you can actually get more than 50% conversion. And then that obviously gives you, for 50% conversion rate on £1,000 spend, that's 500 emails that you can get. And let's say you are working on here at a 5% conversion, which is a very, very conservative rate. So 5%, I've written it all down, it says we get my calculator. So 5% conversion on the 500 emails that you get for spending £1,000 works out 25 people, okay? And let's say you are offering, I didn't write the figure down, I'll just get my calculator out. So 25, and let's say you want to do the £97 for your first beta taster program. So times £97 equals 2,425. So boom, that already pays for your £1,000 budget, with room to not make a 5% conversion, even if you did it maybe at 2%, but you've actually got money from that, which is profit. But then you put it back into Facebook and grow once you get this process working. But remember, you've got additional, because after this first initial payment of £97, you're then offering a £47 monthly ongoing coaching service. So this, say, £47 times 25 people, which is 5% conversion. That's an additional £1,175 per month after that 30 days. And that will be profits. And that's how you build. I hope this all makes sense, and there's a lot to get around. And I think this is why a lot of coaches, forgive me again, I'm not sort of saying otherwise, but it's easy to say, oh, just build an audience through your content creation, and I do that. I mean, I'm not saying don't do that, but you really need to know your numbers, like to the point where not everyone can afford £2,000 and it's a harder sell. And I know there's other sales processes to get people to really be a very highly qualified client, but it depends on your industry. Now, many people are coming from an industry that don't have too much spare cash. And again, you can argue with that. It just depends how people want to spend their money. So they might spend £1,000 on a holiday. Yeah, they won't spend £1,000 or £2,000 on a program. I get that. But there are some genuine stories out there. There are people that are financially stuck. There are people with families. There are many people that just have money for other things. Things are getting expensive in the UK for some people, and it's just trying to change their mindset. And you've got a harder job, I think, to change someone's mindset into spending £2,000 on a high-end client when you're first starting off. This is, remember, with you about an audience or a following. Instead of trying to, it's easy to convert, basically, if they haven't got, if you're offering a lower end service. But really, it's not low end, because when you actually calculate and enjoy the lifetime value of your client, it ends up being high ticket anyway, but just over a 6-month period. And obviously the main aim is to keep them going for at least 6 months. I mean, obviously this has room, 5% has room to change, but you can see the areas that you can change here. You can change £1,000, you can change this figure here, you can obviously improve your landing page, improve your description in your messenger bot. All these figures are interchangeable, but once you know what exactly you're working with, the figures, the numbers to the core, then things become so much easier, and then you're not in the dark just producing content and not realising if it's working or not. Because it is hard to build an audience. It takes months, years even, and not everyone likes what you want to say. And it is a lot of time and effort doing that content side. But if you were to spend that energy on some other part of your business, i.e. working out those organic or paid advertising strategies, that will really accelerate your business if you work on this one lead magnet, which is your one system, your freedom system. And once you get that ticking over, well, the world's your oyster. So, okay, I'll just give one more example just to make sure that I'm actually explaining this okay, because it's all in my head and it's all in my notes, and I just want to make sure you understand it. So let's just go for, everyone wants to be a 6-figure earner online. I mean, I've been there again offline, and it's great, but especially if you're in the UK, once you start earning over the VAT threshold, things get complicated, right? But, you know, let's just go for, you know, that as an example. You want to become a 6-figure coach online. So that works out to be, if you've ever worked this out, again, it's all about reverse engineering, £8,333 a month, right? And that equals, if you want to know a daily value, because I've written the notes here, £268 a day, okay? So then that works out, if you're selling, let's say, the industry average of £125 per program, if you're in the health and fitness industry, that just seems to be a generic industry rate there, 125, that is only 67 clients that you need to find a month, okay? So if you've got a system in place that helps you generate the 67 clients a month, things just become so much easier to understand. And then you can tweak exactly different sort of points of your system as you continue through, because it is a building process. So basically, in a nutshell, let's just kneel down again. You need, for this example, to be a 6-figure earner online as a coach, you need 1,340 emails. And you need to, this is based on a landing page or a messenger bot sequence, a flow that converts you 50%, remembering you want to aim for £1 per click, whatever channel platform that you want to use, whether it's Facebook advertising, organic. Obviously you can use Instagram or YouTube. It works out £2 an email, so that means you need to spend £2,680 on that marketing budget to get you 67 clients paying £125 a month, and that works out there your 6-figure process. That's how they do it. Many thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe and bell notification button for more videos like this in your inbox. You can start, build and grow your online coaching business every first of the month. Register for the next 7-day results-based challenge by following the link in the description box below, or if you cannot wait until the first of the month, then book a transformation call with me and I'll be more than happy to get you the results you want in your online coaching business. See you in the next video.